Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm going to talk to you today about how 100 Japanese lawmakers from the party, the LDP, the Liberal Democratic Party, and even though it is called the LDP, it's actually a pretty conservative right-wing party, and that party's been dominant in Japanese politics for several years. Well, 100 of those lawmakers from that party went and visited the Yasukuni Shrine on Pearl Harbor Day. On December 7th, Japan time, and on December 7th, we all know that's when the Empire of Japan attacked Pearl Harbor. And yes, it was an unjust and unprovoked attack by Japan, and that's what drew the United States into World War II. However, look, this should have not happened, okay? And I believe South Korea was right to condemn it. Now, I do believe that the lawmakers support a strong alliance between Japan and the United States to counter China's aggression in the South Pacific, and the lawmakers have gone on record saying that this was their personal opinions and personal visit, and I really do think they were just trying to honor their war dead. Japan lost 29 planes and 5 midget submarines in the Pearl Harbor attacks. And those soldiers had orders from their country to do what they did, whether if they agreed with it or not. Now, it was in bad taste. These lawmakers should have not done that on the day of Pearl Harbor. If it would have been on the day of the Battle of Iwo Jima, particularly considering how the movie Letters from Iwo Jima and Flags of Our Fathers told the U.S. side of the Battle of Iwo Jima and the Japanese side, I think it would have been a lot better to do it then than on Pearl Harbor Day, particularly on its 80th anniversary. It had bad taste written all over it, but the United States is largely probably going to remain silent on the issue, and I think they should, because these lawmakers, it was a personal visit. It wasn't a government-sponsored event. It was a personal visit, and most of them have gone on record of saying they support strong United States-Japan ties in the present. But they should have not done that. And also, the Yasukuni Shrine, there's nothing wrong with honoring Japan's war dead and honoring the soldiers, whether if you agreed with the causes or not, because it doesn't just house soldiers. It doesn't just house the spirits of soldiers and the Shinto religion of World War II. It also does in World War I when Japan was an ally to the U.S. and to the U.K. However, it brought controversy when the people in the shrine decided to enshrine the spirits of the war criminals, which they shouldn't have done, by the way. And that's why the Emperor of Japan, the former emperor before he passed away, Emperor Hirohito, refused to visit the Yasukuni Shrine because they started enshrining war criminals. But nevertheless, the U.S. should remain silent on the issue. The U.S. should continue their summit with Japan, and the U.S. and Japan need to have strong alliances. But the 100 Japanese lawmakers going here to the Yasukuni Shrine on Pearl Harbor Day is going to draw a lot of criticism from South Korea, and the U.S. has been trying to get Japan and South Korea to mend relations, to put up a united front for democracy against communist China's aggression in the South Pacific, and occasionally Russia's aggression. And all this is going to do is backtrack relations between the United States, Japan, and South Korea, mainly for the United States trying to get Japan and South Korea to develop stronger ties, which I think they should. But at the same time, these 100 lawmakers going to the Yasukuni Shrine when they did was a pretty foolish action. I'm not threatened by them by doing something like that, but it had bad taste. I don't think these 100 lawmakers are sociopaths, criminals. I don't think they're vile, evil people, but what they did was pretty foolish. So anyways, hope everybody's doing well. Take care. God bless them. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.